for the penguin keeper, Abby.
Yeah, so earlier this month, we are incredibly excited to announce that we had 2 penguin chicks who were hatched here at the Aquarium of Niagara. Now, part of why this is so exciting is because it's been about 14 years since we last had chicks here. So it's been quite a long time, and our new Penguin Coast exhibit was built a couple of years ago with this in mind, this exact scenario. So we've got 2 new little additions to our colony. We're here with you guys today to chat a little bit about that and what that means.
Yeah, so I'm just going to give everyone a second to come on. But if you're just joining us now, we just made a really big announcement that we've had 2 chicks born here at the aquarium. And actually, I'm going to ask you a couple questions about them. And I think the first question is, how old are they?
So our chicks, they hatched about 3 to 4 days apart. So the oldest is just about 2 weeks old now, and the younger is about 8 days old. So they are still quite small, still quite dependent on mom and dad for most things.
Yeah, and you're going to notice that we're going to have pictures available for you guys to see on the, well, your left side of the screen, our right side. So make sure you check out those little cute, adorable pictures. So we decided that we probably have some common questions. If we were open, that we could answer for you guys. So I have a list of questions that we would probably most likely get. So you're going to notice that they're gray. So why are they gray?
So penguin chicks look a lot different than adult penguins. Humboldt penguin chicks are this beautiful pale gray color, which is very exciting, and that is a layer of down. So down are very soft, fluffy feathers. It keeps those chicks nice and toasty with the addition of one of their parents sitting on top of them, helping to keep them warm. So it'll be a couple of years actually before they look like the other adults here in our colony.
Excellent. Now, I do have another question, and feel free, if you guys have questions, I'm going to ask a couple questions here, but if there's something that I didn't ask that you want to know, again, please feel free. This is very exciting for us. We're excited to share this news. We're pretty much dying to share the news, so we're very excited about it. So another question I have is, obviously we answered how old are they, but will you go over that one more time if we have people guys who are curious to know how old they are? I know we said 10 days and 13 days?
Yeah, just about. So the oldest, the first chick was hatched about 13 days ago, and the younger chick, just a couple of days behind that, he's about 8 days, or sorry, about 10 days old now. Time flies really quick when you're raising penguin chicks. So penguins, Humboldt penguins like these ones, will typically lay 2 eggs at a time in a clutch. So we were fortunate enough to have both of those eggs hatched, and both chicks are doing well at this point in time.
And who are the parents of the both penguins that we have?
So the parents of these chicks are PJ Jr. and Blanca. So they came to us last spring from the Woodland Park Zoo in Seattle as part of a transfer recommendation made by the SSP, the Species Survival Plan, for these penguins to help us get our breeding program up and running again. And it has certainly done that, obviously with our exciting news today.
Yeah, and I know another common question, which guests might be wondering, is how long does it take a penguin chick to actually hatch? Can you maybe walk us through that process?
Yeah, so I mentioned they'll lay 2 eggs at a time. Those eggs are a little bit bigger than a chicken egg, and they'll sit on those eggs for anywhere from 40 to 46 days until that chick is ready to hatch. And when that chick starts to hatch, they actually, like other birds, have a little bump on the tip of their beak called an egg tooth, and that helps them to crack open that shell. And it can take anywhere from a day to 2 days for them to fully make that first crack and widen that hole bit by bit until they're out with us in the world. So for these guys, it took about 24 hours for the first chick to hatch out, and for the second one it took a little bit longer, it was about 2 days.
And how long is the incubation period?
Yeah, so the mom and dad will share incubation duties, which basically means they'll sit on those 2 eggs, keep them nice and warm, for about 40 to 44 days. So usually that's about the range where we would expect those eggs to start hatching if they were fertile.
Exciting. Do you have any questions so far here? So our next question I have is, who's responsible for the incubation of the egg? Is it the female or is it the male?
Yeah, so with most of our media sort of attention of penguins comes from movies like March of the Penguins, Happy Feet. So we're pretty familiar with the emperor penguin, where parental duties are pretty divided. So the male will incubate the eggs for the whole time, and then the female comes back and feeds the chick. But for species like the Humboldt penguin, they actually share those duties pretty evenly. So throughout that month and a half that PJ and Blanca were sitting on their eggs, they would swap out every couple of days. PJ would take a couple of days keeping those eggs warm, and then he would trade out with Blanca, and then she would be sitting on those eggs for a couple of days. And that sort of equal sharing of duties continues on not only during incubation, but after those eggs have hatched as well. So we're seeing the parents swap off pretty
Yeah,
equally.
we have been seeing it. They've been both doing a great job.
Yeah, equally taking care of those chicks. It's a group effort. Those penguins grow incredibly fast, gaining 50 to 100 grams each and every day.
And they have been actually. We've been weighing them every day to make sure that they're gaining weight, and they are.
They grow really fast, so it takes sort of both parents collaborating on that and sharing that responsibility to successfully hatch and raise those chicks.
So how do they gain that weight? How do they feed their chicks?
So it might sound kind of gross to us, but penguins will actually feed their chicks through regurgitation. So the parents will eat the food from myself or other penguin keepers. They'll let it digest a little bit, and then they will regurgitate it or sort of vomit it back up into the chick's mouth when the chick vocalizes. So it seems gross for us, but penguins don't have teeth, tiny little baby chicks. Can't eat a whole fish yet. So having those parents pre-digest that fish helps it break down a little bit and be small enough pieces for those chicks to swallow.
And how long does it take for them to kind of become independent on their own and eat their own fish?
Yeah, so it's a bit of a process. Sometimes you start to see chicks showing interest in eating fish on their own at maybe a month, 2 months of age, but it takes about 2.5 to 3 months for those chicks, especially in the wild, to be fully independent. So they go through a process called fledging. So our chicks with those soft little gray down feathers are not waterproof. They will not be waterproof until they fledge, until they grow in that first set of waterproof feathers. And at that point in their natural habitat, they would be independent. But their parents will take care of them until that point, until they can hunt for themselves.
Excellent. Do we have any questions at this point for anyone? Well, again, if you're just joining us, we made a very big announcement that we had 2 penguin chicks born just recently, one being 13 days old and one being 10 days old. And we're joined by the beekeeper, Abby. So I have another question for you, Abby, and then we'll kind of see if we have any questions from them. Maybe just kind of talk a little bit about humble penguins. So the last question is how do we know if they're male or female? Can we tell right now?
That's a good question. So we can't actually tell right now. And even with adult penguins, it's really not possible to tell male and female penguins apart just by looking at them based on external characteristics. So with these little chicks, we'll let them grow up a little bit more until they're probably about 2.5 months. And at that point, we'll take a small blood sample. So really the best way to tell if penguins are male or female is based on their DNA. So based off that blood sample, we'll send it away to a lab, and that'll be able to tell us whether these chicks are male or female. And I'm sure we'll have another announcement then once we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the same process that goes for any of our penguins here, really. And that's how we know sort of who's who and how we can put their identification bracelets on the right place.
Now you guys know that we are closed, and if you are looking to donate, please visit our website at aquariumniagara.org and hit the donate button. We would greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget that our education department does an amazing job of coming up with fun activities. So again, make sure you check out that. And again, if you're joining us, we just made an announcement that we had 2 chicks, 2 penguin chicks born just a little over a week and a half ago. We're very excited about that. I guess while we're waiting to see if we have any more questions, maybe you can tell us some fun facts that you probably want to share either with humble penguins or chicks.
Yeah, so you'll notice those baby chicks look different than our adults. They don't have a black and white coloring. And that's actually going to be a couple of years before they get in that black and white coloring. So I mentioned a little bit about fledging, that process where they grow their first set of waterproof feathers. So that happens around 3 to 3.5 months. And those first set of waterproof feathers aren't going to be black and white. You know, we always think of penguins as wearing nice little tuxedos, but that first set of feathers that they grow in are going to identify them as a juvenile penguin. So they will actually be sort of a beautiful silvery gray color. And they'll keep that silvery gray color for about 1.5 to 2 years. So these juveniles, these babies that we have now, are going to be distinguishable from the rest of the adults in our colony. We have to pick them out of the crowd, per se, for quite a while to come. So when we do open back up to the public, please do stop by. Check out our new additions. These are the first chicks we've had in 14 years. We're incredibly excited about it, and we cannot wait to share them with you guys as well.
And don't forget, we will be giving you guys updates, of course, throughout our Facebook pages to keep updated on our penguin chicks. So, do you have any other questions, Gary? No questions for us? Okay. Well, again, thank you guys for joining us. Again, if you do want to Thank you so much, Abby. Again, we're very excited. We hope you guys are too. So thanks for joining us today. Bye, everyone.